Friday, July 23rd, 2021. And for me, another day of social distancing. Hope that you, your family, friends, and loved ones are doing well, staying safe, getting vaccinated. Recording this video, sort of give a recap of the week, and I've actually been on vacation this week. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but vacation, sorta, not really. I've been budgeting, and I've been, making sure that I'm spending only the money I have. And because I didn't, start budgeting until May, didn't really, actually it was probably late May, early June, and didn't have money set aside for going on vacation. So, probably won't be going on vacation really until September, maybe even next year, depending on my priorities and what I'm planning for. And right now my biggest focus is paying down debt, but I definitely need to set aside some time to relax. It's kind of difficult to plan on whether or not I want to go somewhere, because I'm immunocompromised, and even though I'm vaccinated, there's no guarantee that I have full protection. As a matter of fact, I know I don't, based on the studies they've had so far. So, being extra careful. I'm double masking, shopping early, really limiting my exposure to people. This week, I definitely had more exposure to people because I've had doctor's appointments. I went to take my car to get service. As a matter of fact, let me start with Monday. So on Monday, I went to my rheumatology appointment. It was an afternoon appointment. First mistake. I'm going forward, I'm going to set all my appointments for early morning appointments, for one thing. It's just, it's best to get with the doctor first thing in the morning, when they're fresh and not beaten down by their day. They see a lot of patients, so if I can go in, be one of the first patients early on in the week, with my notes ready to go, then it'll definitely be less of a headache for me and them. Because for one thing, going in the afternoon, you're contending with traffic, just that headache there, and it's later on in the day. Energy is mostly depleted. I think at least for me, I'm at my best when it's in the morning. And when I say best, 50%. But anyway, doctor's appointment went well. I would love to have an appointment where I walk in and I'm going through a flare, and they can actually see what's going on. But, I think the thing I can do now is to, prior to the appointment, is to just take better notes as to when I have flares, generally, what may have caused it, whether stress induced or related to change in diet, whatever it may be, and then discuss those things at the appointment. Maybe even take pictures of some of the flares so they have a better idea as to what's going on. I had my labs done not only for my rheumatology appointment, but also because I'm part of a study to show the effectiveness of the COVID vaccine on, on people who are immunocompromised as well as have transplants. Now, the thing about this study is that it's not personalized results that I'll get from this. It's part of a group study, and then they're going to report these findings to the NIH, National Institute of Health, and it's going to take months to actually figure out what the effectiveness is. It's sort of a blind study, but it's not. This is going to be a published paper. So hopefully, by me doing this, I'm helping this entire population better understand the effectiveness of it. I know that right now that they're discussing whether or not we should have a third shot, and it may just pertain to the Johnson & Johnson as opposed to the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccines. I had the Pfizer. I guess that's still up for debate, but whatever it takes to combat this COVID virus and to help get this pandemic at bay, I'll do it. It's not only to protect me, but to protect others. So I encourage you to do your research on it, but don't wait. It's free. Why not get it? Polio was eradicated because it had a vaccine effort that was basically everybody was all in, but now it's political, unfortunately, and that we are here. Basically 50% of the population of America is vaccinated when it should be much higher. But I'll save that conversation for another day. So that was my Monday, and then Tuesday I had a appointment, and it was scheduled for the morning with my neurologist. So if you hadn't watched my previous videos, in February of 2020, I had a grand mal seizure, and as a result, I have to follow up with my neurologist, make sure everything's good, as well as talk about some of the things that could prevent seizures going forward. And unfortunately, I hadn't had any seizures since then. I hadn't been on any anti-seizure medication, so maybe it was a one-off. And my next appointment is not going to be until next year or so. And if everything is going well and going forward, then I may not even need to see my neurologist, which is fine, which is great. It's going to save me money. And the appointment went well. We talked about quite a few things. I'm not going to go into detail about that in this video, but that was Tuesday, neurologist appointment. And between then, I've been reading and I'm studying for this industry exam that I'm going to take. It's actually set up into different modules, so I'm taking module exams, and I'm taking one this week. Might take two this week. I'm going to take one today, and if I'm feeling like I'm studied up, I'll take another one on Sunday, and then I'll take my final one sometime next week. I'm looking at my calendar if you've been looking up. And so I'm studying. And then Thursday, I took my car to be serviced, get my tires rotated, got my oil changed, and ended up getting a new battery, which I kind of figured I needed anyway. I bought this car in 2016, and I knew I was having some issues with it. Wasn't 100% sure, but the life of the battery, it was time for me to get one. So I ended up getting one. I had it in the budget, so it didn't break the bank for me, and that worked out fine. The funny thing is that they wanted to buy my car. Now, as you probably know that the inventory for used cars is low, and they're making cash offers on vehicles and things like that. And I was kind of figured that could potentially happen, and sure enough, they called me and said, "Hey, we love your car. It's in great shape. It's 2016. Only got 44,000 miles on it, and I've definitely been taking care of it." And so I entertained the thought for about 2 seconds, and I said, what sense would it make for you to buy my used car, for me to get a newer car, and to get more debt? It doesn't make any sense at all. So I said, thank you for your offer. No, thank you. Like I said, I entertained the thought for about 2 seconds, maybe 5 seconds. I was like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. I plan on holding on to my car for 15 years. And then by the time I, decide to get a new car, I'm going to have, enough cash to be able to buy it, but probably won't even buy it cash. What I'll do is I'll secure a loan and then just pay that loan off real quick. Except that they have prepayment penalties and things like that. That's something I'm definitely gonna put a lot of thought into. But from what I'm reading it's not best to pay for your car in cash. I'm looking into that. That's something I don't know fully understand, but that's something to consider. But anyway, I thought it was kind of funny that they decided they wanted to purchase my car right out the jump. But also consider here is that I'm driving less because I'm working at home more, and then going forward, we're not going to be working a full work week at work, so it makes sense for me to hold on to this car as long as I can. Hopefully keep it in good shape, don't have any major mechanical issues, but if I do have any mechanical issues, I have the money saved up for it to be able to take care of it. And okay, so which leads me to last night. Today's Friday. I barely got any sleep because my shoulder was killing me. My whole body was aching, and just got out of bed. I don't know what time it was, maybe 2 o'clock, and couldn't find a position to rest in. So I just basically been up reading, studying, doing my notes, and preparing to work on some personal projects. I'll talk about that in a later video. And that's all I got. So I'm gonna finish up by saying thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. And once again, please get vaccinated. Please do it. You're going to protect your family. You're going to protect others. And, I want to see you all safe. All right. You all take care.